The best way to understand CNC programming is applying it to a real-world part. In this lesson, we're going to design a GoPro mount to understand the fundamentals of CNC machining. So let's get into it. Welcome to Chapter 2. In this chapter, we're focused on the fundamentals of CNC machining. However, to do that, we need a good foundation from our previous semester where we were focused on designing in CAD. If you're not familiar with that material, I highly recommend you go back, as this is going to be a little bit more advanced. Additionally, our previous chapter, we talked about the different CNC aspects that you need to know and the vocabulary that we're going to use. So it's also good to go review that if you're not familiar. That being said, in this one, we're going to be designing a part to start with that we're going to be using throughout this chapter. Now, this part is purposely designed around aspects that I'm going to be using to show you different characteristics that you can change to help improve the pricing of your parts, the efficiency of your designs as well. Now, that part is going to be designed around a GoPro 13, and with that, we're going to be just doing a mount for it. This mount is going to have a couple different aspects that we're going to be using here. First of all, it's from a side profile. Sorry about the poor drawings here. We have these little pads that are going to be on the outside of it. This is where we're going to mount wherever the mount is going to be mounted to. Sorry, that's kind of a little weird there. Additionally, we have our mounting holes for the GoPro. So the GoPro would be here and mounted to that hole. From a top view, this might make a little bit more sense. We have our 2 foot pads here, as well as our 3 mounting tabs. The GoPro has 2 tabs that will get inserted in between these area here. Now, one thing that kind of bugs us a lot is that when we use our GoPro mounts, they typically have a nut on this side, and that nut will fall out and we lose it, and then we're getting upset. So we're going to go ahead and tap that hole to make it a little bit different. One less tool that we need in our toolkits as well. We're going to have a through hole from this side. Additionally speaking, I have radiuses in here. A lot of this part is purpose built and designed around different aspects that I want to show you guys. So I created these smooth arcs here. We're going to show how that affects the manufacturing process as well. To make this a little bit more streamlined and easier to see, I'm going to go ahead and time lapse the design phase, since you should already know how to design this part. Though if you want to see it, go ahead and slow the video down and I'll see you on the other side of it. So the first thing we did is grab a GoPro from GrabCAD. This is the easiest way to do it. We're going to create a sketch here and select the tabs that we're looking to mount on the GoPro. Once I locate those on here, I can have a circle that is going to be the top of our mount that we can see here. From there, we're going to go ahead and draw some lines that are going to be the outside profile of our mount. Once we have those, we can go ahead and add some construction to it, having them vertical, tangent to that top of the circle, and then we can start setting some dimensions here. Now, once we have those dimensions set, what we need to do is start shaping this entire object here, creating that 3-dimensional body. So we're going to go ahead and select all of our profiles and extrude them out. Now, one important thing here is that we're going to create that new component, and we're going to make it so that it is symmetric across the center, having that overall shape on each side of the GoPro mounts. Now that we have the right dimension set, we can lock this solid body down. From here, we can go ahead and start adding our holes in for our mounts. We're going to do this using a projection, but we're not going to go all the way through. We want to have 2 different sized holes here, one for the through hole side and one for that tapped hole side that we want on the other side. So from here, we're going to go ahead and create the first hole, setting our correct dimension of 201 thousandths of an inch. And then on the other side, we're going to rinse and repeat here, doing the same projection, selecting our hole, and then adding the tapped threaded holes. Now that we have those tapped holes, let's go ahead and create the voids in which the 2 tabs on the GoPro are going to sit into the pockets. We're going to do this once again using our projections. This is going to allow us to have a good tight fit around that GoPro mount. Once we have those projected out, we can also draw on our rectangles. We can do our offsets using this, and then we can extrude this once we get it done. Now that we have those rectangles in here, now we just need to do a cut feature, selecting those profiles, removing that GoPro, and then cutting through so we don't cut through our GoPro mount. Now we have those bodies ready to go. We're going to do a quick offset on those so we have a little bit of space in there so that it's not too tight. We don't have to hammer it in. Let's go ahead and add the radiuses onto this part to match our initial design here. We're going to add that 250 radius on the end. And now it's time to draw off the bottom of the part. We're going to go ahead and add 2 tabs on each side. We're going to do this by having a 1/2 inch offset by a 1/2 inch depth. And then we're going to use a little construction line off the side here. This is going to allow to have a center point that's always good. So if we end up changing our dimensions, our hole is always going to stay centered in our tabs. Now we have all of that designed here. We can go ahead and extrude our part. Now we're not going to extrude all the way up. We're just going to extrude partially, just enough to get to that tangent point on our radius. And then we're going to add in our last tangent points around the outside, finishing up this design, and we're ready to start the manufacturing talk of our lesson. Now that we have the part designed, we have something that we can use as an example for the rest of this chapter. In the next lesson, we're going to create a setup, which is the first part of the programming process. So we'll see you on the next one.